Everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am literally so incredibly excited you're here with us. Because today I'm stepping into the role of your personal brain coach. We're going to completely shatter the myth that your memory is just some fixed trait you were born with, Like, it's just not. Your memory is a highly trainable skill. I want you to think of your brain not as a static container, but as a dynamic muscle. Just as you can build physical strength in a gym, you can absolutely build immense cognitive power and perfect recall through the right techniques. So by the end of this session, you're going to understand exactly how to become the architect of your own memory. Let's get started.
Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Inspark, where we try to solve the complexities of life through simple thoughts, inspiring ideas, and deep understanding. So let's begin today's journey.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Before we get into the heavy lifting, we really need to establish your cognitive baseline. Consider this your initial mental fitness test, right? So, do you ever find yourself reading a whole page of a book only to realize at the bottom you have absolutely no idea what you just read? Or maybe you're constantly forgetting the names of people you've literally just met, or dropping the ball on everyday tasks. If you're sitting there nodding your head, don't worry. There's no way this means your memory's broken. It simply means it lacks the right training and structure.
All right, let's do a quick mental self-check together. As we go through these, I want you to silently evaluate your own daily habits. How often do you lose focus just because of digital distractions? Are you relying entirely on your phone for reminders because you don't trust your own mind anymore? Do you struggle to remember names seconds after an introduction? And here's a deeply psychological one for you. Do you find yourself holding on to emotionally painful memories while kind of struggling to remember the positive ones? Identifying these specific blind spots right now is the absolutely crucial first step in our training program because, as you'll see, your daily emotional state and your level of focus directly impact your cognitive performance.
So, here's our workout plan for this explainer. First, we have the blueprint. Second, the emotional catalyst. Third, the workout plan. And finally, we'll wrap up with the daily regimen.
Okay, let's kick things off with part 1, the blueprint, the science of memory.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the clear separation between the two main phases of our cognitive storage. Your short-term memory is incredibly fleeting. We're talking holding information for just 15 to 30 seconds. It's exactly what you use when someone tells you a phone number and you're scrambling to type it in. It has a strictly limited capacity, and the very moment you get distracted, like by a notification buzzing on your phone, poof, that information is just gone. Long-term memory, on the other hand, that's your brain's infinite hard drive. It lasts for years, sometimes a whole lifetime. You don't forget how to ride a bike or the layout of your childhood home, right? But here's the catch. The transition from short-term to long-term isn't automatic. It's built intentionally through emotional engagement, consistent repetition, and focused practice.
To really understand how that transition happens biologically, let's use a super simple computer analogy. There are 3 stages of memory. Step 1 is encoding. This is basically like typing on a keyboard. It's the exact moment sensory information enters your brain. Obviously, if you aren't paying attention, you aren't typing anything. Step 2 is storage. This is when you hit save on the file, physically wiring that information into your neural pathways. And step 3 is retrieval. This is searching your computer folders and actually opening the file when you need it. Make sense? If you encoded it poorly or saved it in a disorganized way, you're not going to be able to retrieve it during that crucial exam or big business meeting.
Moving right along to part 2, the catalyst, emotions as a memory bridge.
So, biologically speaking, positive emotional engagement, we're talking feelings of curiosity, joy, inspiration, acts as an emotional bridge. It instantly transports information from short-term processing into permanent long-term storage. When you're happy and engaged, your brain literally releases chemicals that lock in learning. Conversely, negative emotions like chronic stress, fear, and anxiety, they act like a massive firewall. They create severe mental blocks. If you're super stressed out, your brain physically cannot encode new information effectively. This is why practicing mindfulness to release those negative emotional blocks is absolutely essential for your cognitive clarity. I really want you to just let this quote sink in for a second. The experience with the most emotion is remembered the most. This is a core scientific truth. It's exactly why you can remember precisely where you were during a highly emotional life event, but you probably can't remember what you had for breakfast last Tuesday, right? If you intentionally connect new information to positive personal feelings, you will drastically improve your long-term retention. Utilizing this emotional bridge doesn't just make you smarter, it actively supports your overall mental clarity and your personal happiness.
Let's move to part 3 and see how this builds. The workout plan, tailored strategies for success.
Okay, It's time to hit the mental gym. Let's look at some tailored strategies, starting with students and professionals. For students, passive reading is a total trap. To really boost your exam performance, you need active recall. That means testing yourself repeatedly without peeking at the answers. Pair that with mind mapping to visually connect concepts, and you'll encode data far more deeply. Now, for the busy professional, the goals are a bit different. You need to increase meeting accuracy and reduce workplace stress. So your workout involves highly organized note-taking and strict focus training. By structuring your notes systematically, you relieve your working memory from trying to juggle everything at once. That instantly lowers your stress levels and hugely enhances your overall job performance.
And for the business owners and entrepreneurs out there, the stakes of cognitive fitness are incredibly high. A strong, sharp recall directly correlates with financial growth. When you can instantly retrieve complex market data, client histories, and business metrics, you make incredibly sharp, confident decisions. A weak memory, however, that leads directly to financial errors. Forgetting the fine print of a deal, missing a crucial follow-up, or losing track of your financial planning can cost a business dearly. Cultivating perfect recall is honestly perhaps the most lucrative business skill you can possibly develop.
But hey, cognitive training isn't just for the boardroom or the classroom. Homemakers carry a massive, often invisible mental load, managing schedules, family needs, the whole shebang of household tasks. This constant multitasking causes immense mental fatigue. The tailored strategy here is routine planning and dedicated self-care to lower the stress that blocks memory. And for our elderly loved ones, maintaining cognitive health is all about keeping the brain active. Things like daily reading, crosswords, puzzles, and most importantly, rich social conversations act as physical therapy for the aging brain. It keeps those neural pathways robust and healthy.
And finally, Part 4, the regimen, daily brain habits.
If you truly want a superhuman memory, you have to adopt this daily checklist. Think of it as your cognitive nutrition. Quality sleep is totally non-negotiable. Sleep is quite literally when your brain hits that save button, transferring the day's input into long-term storage. Healthy food and regular physical exercise increase blood flow and oxygen to the brain, which physically supports long-term brain development. And finally, daily meditation and visualization. Practicing mindfulness calms the nervous system down. It releases those negative stress blocks we talked about earlier, leaving you with crystal clear focus.
So, the crucial point is this: your memory is entirely in your hands. Just as the body is strengthened by exercise, memory is sharpened by practice, discipline, and focus. I really want you to embrace this fitness analogy completely. You wouldn't just go to the gym one time and expect to be strong forever, right? Cognitive power requires consistent daily effort. Every single time you use active recall, every time you choose to focus deeply rather than checking your phone, you are doing a mental push-up. You are actively building a stronger, more resilient mind.
As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this provocative thought to carry with you. If you commit to being the architect of your mind, if you start treating your memory as a trainable skill and implement these daily workouts right now, how will your complex decisions, your career trajectory, and your financial future transform tomorrow? Because memory really is the absolute foundation for personal growth and future success. Keep practicing, keep building those emotional bridges, and make sure to return to these mental workouts daily. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today. Now go out there and build a brilliant mind.
If you want to give a new direction to your personality, thinking, and life, and bring positive and meaningful changes not only in your own life but also in the lives of your family members, then make sure to connect with our channel Inspark X for just 5 to 10 minutes every day. Here, you will find inspiring videos related to self-improvement, motivation, self-confidence, mental peace, and a successful life. If you enjoy the video, then like, share, subscribe to the channel. And yes, do share your thoughts in the comments.